Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Cesar Millan, the real story. It's not the fake story, it's the real story. This is from 2012. It's 45 minutes long. It's a autobiography in a sense, because it's taken from his point of view. He narrates the entire thing, and it's really a promo for his next show, Leader of the Pack. But it also is just a sort of a look back at where he came from, how he got to where he is as the dog whisperer, and it's sort of just gives you a peek into his world tour where he takes his new wife and his son, his teenage son, Calvin, I believe, takes him on a trip around the world, Finland and Singapore, at least the countries we see. He never imagined he'd get to travel the world and put on a show that shows people how to interact with their dogs, not just their dogs, but their families and things like that. But it's mainly dogs. It's mainly about sort of managing how you handle your dogs. Okay, that's what it was. It's really what it is. But he has a greater purpose for it all, and it's served him well throughout his life, from humble beginnings in Mexico, where he just was inspired by like shows like Lassie and Rin Tin Tin. He's like, oh, I want to be a dog trainer. And the place to do that, to go meet Lassie and Rin Tin Tin, is in Los Angeles, where they make the shows. Well, of course, he had to cross the border. He did it illegally. He made many, many attempts. And sometimes he actually made attempts to get caught just so he would have something to eat while he was making attempts. Like, they're like, okay, here, you got to go back. Here's a sandwich and a drink. And don't try it again. And he's like, okay, sure. And he came back again. So eventually, he crossed the border at Tijuana and around there. And he actually goes back in this and shows the exact spots where he would live under the freeway in San Diego, just huddled away and take advantage of those 7-Eleven hot dog deals for months at a time until he was able to make it to Los Angeles and then make his fortune there walking dogs. Not a fortune. He walked the dogs for free for some reason, but eventually it caught the eye of a number of people, and then he eventually had a show. Yeah, so his life changed pretty dramatically, and he got to build all this from it. Many different shows already on like National Geographic and Disney Plus right now. So, this is just like one episode, one 45-minute thing. I'm not going to tell you everything that goes on. He's had some fairly dark times, but a lot of it's very upbeat. It's very inspiring, and it shows that what his goals are and what inspires him. And it's pretty good. It's a pretty good story. There's a lot I didn't realize about him. You just figure he's a guy who's good with dogs, and that's all you need to know because it's a reality show about a guy who hangs out with dogs. It teaches them how to sit and roll over and be good boys and girls. But there's more to him than that. And you might find that he's a little bit like any of us. But he took the dangerous steps to become the thing he always wanted to be. So yeah, it's a pretty great story. He is an American citizen, though, now, so that's great. So, he addresses a whole bunch of different things with that. But, I say check it out if you're into this kind of thing. I'm not really into reality show, celebrity-type things at all. The dog whisper stuff, there's lots of cute dogs in this. Yeah, so if you like dogs, yeah, just like any of his shows, you get to see dogs, and that's a great thing. But, yeah, I mean, I would have never hunted this down and went, oh my gosh, I need to watch and learn more about Cesar Millan. He seems like a good guy, but it wasn't really my thing. But I don't regret watching it, so I learned something. So let's pick tomorrow's episode.
377.
377, way down at the end. Almost at the end. 3. Oh, okay. This is a number that we've already picked this quarter, but because this thing, the selector, that number that just came up on that app, it keeps crapping out on me. I have to delete it, put it back in, re-enter the numbers. It forgets the numbers it's already picked. So in this case, 377 is the Orville, and we watched that already a few weeks ago. So we're going to have to pick another number. I hope it does not crash on me.
205.
205. Normally, I would have, it would know not to pick a number that I already, that it had already picked. Oh, okay. I've been wanting to watch this for a really long time. I almost made it as like a special selected day kind of thing. It's a documentary, but it's about one of my most favorite things in the world. And it's really well timed considering what I had planned later on this week. So, yeah. I'll give you more information on that probably tomorrow. But this is a documentary called Light and Magic. You have an idea what that's about? Maybe a little industrial light and magic? Yes, this is the story of George Lucas's baby. Something that grew out of the creation of Star Wars and is now a really big part, not just in industrial light and magic, but like Skywalker Sound, so many other things that are part of just about, in little ways and in some big ways, in just about every movie we see in the theaters or television shows that we see these days. Yeah, so I know a lot about this, but I have not watched this documentary yet, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I know sometimes I get really negative, but I'm like, oh crap, I gotta watch Dancing with the Stars. And this is one of those situations where I'm really positive. I'm like, this is gonna be great. And I can't imagine it wouldn't be great. But Light and Magic is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.